लाख लाख दिवड़ानी जोत प्रगटावजो। लाख लाख ज्योति थी आरती उतारजो। लाख लाख दिवड़ानी जोत प्रगटावजो। लाख लाख ज्योति थी आरती उतारजो। कोटि कोटि करजो प्रणाम। कोटि कोटि करजो प्रणाम। कोटि कोटि करजो प्रणाम। कोटि कोटि करजो प्रणाम। आज दिन सोनानो उग्यो। आज दिन सोनानो उग्यो। आज मैं मोती ने वरस्या। आज मैं मोती ने वरस्या। राजमन मंदिरे पधार्या। राजमन मंदिरे पधार्या।
I think it is the most stirring connect that has been explained between every individual at the level of, at the very elemental level. We're talking about the soul and the body, and the method by which one would like this connect to be understood, and hence make one feel better at the end of every day and in everyone's lives. Because the real struggle is non-recognition of this distinction between the soul and the body, where there is an identity crisis. There is something called mind which creates this crisis. Well, it is necessary, but if you could make the distinction as brought out in this film constantly by Shrimad Rajchandra through various ways, and let us not forget, he was able to conduct all this while being a normal human being, which is performing his duties as a child, as a parent, as a member of a community. And I think that is where that one doesn't have to be completely disassociated with the society in which you live, but at the same time bring in these values through inner realization.
I agree with you.
I think that's where this is a very phenomenal and touching biopic.
Yes, it was awesome, and thank you for spending your evening with us and sharing this momentous time. Thank you.
I think it is something very important that's going to happen in my own life after seeing this, because I think this journey I had begun several years ago, but I think today there's a very strong message that I'm taking back for my own betterment and my individual life.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoyed the movie?
You want me to speak Hindi or English?
Whichever you prefer.
Whichever you prefer.
Whichever you
अच्छा.
prefer.
So if you after seeing that movie, I'm not only impressed, but it is very spiritual. It is, I think, the essence of Hinduism.
Right.
It is very well. The film has been very well done for the future generation. And
જય જીનેન્દ્ર અને જય ગુરુદેવ. આઈ એમ હું સમાજનો પ્રેસિડેન્ટ છું. તમારા આશીર્વાદ કૃપાથી આજે ખૂબ જ સુંદર રૂપમાં શ્રીમદ રાજચંદ્રની બાયોપિક અમે રજૂ કરી. બહુ જ ઇન્સ્પાયરિંગ હતી. And what we are most happy is that there were so many children who patiently, excitingly enjoyed the session. Once again, we would like to extend our deepest gratitude for giving us this opportunity to view this beautiful biopic of this iconic personality who will definitely have lasting impressions on all of us. Thank you, Jai Jinendra.
Well, first and foremost, it was really nice being here. I think the movie had a very, very profound spiritual message for all of us. It was very well made. The narration was very clear. And I think the messages that came across were put in a very, very simple form. So I loved the movie. I think they made it quite interesting that even the younger generation, without too much of indulgence, I think could pick up the messages that were coming across from the movie. So well done to all of you who helped to organize it. Great job. Keep it up.
Okay, if you can let us know what you enjoyed in the movie. How did you find it?
Well, first of all, I would say that I'm glad that I'd like to thank the Gujarati Association invited me for this such an excellent movie, which I did not know what was all about. But after watching this, it was fantastic. It gave us the insight about Jain community, how they follow and sacrifices they have done. And this movie shows a role of a great saint. I would say that it was surprising. It gives you the story about a proper human being who is a merchant, a super intelligent, gifted intelligent, and he have done his duty as a proper thing and went into spiritual world, and he's excelled and amazed like gifted things given to him, and the sacrificing that he have done to respect his belief in the Jain community. So I will tell you, it's fantastic. I know little about it, and when I watched this whole program, I think I got a little bit of essence, but a better understanding. And I think it should be watched by a lot.
I'm Rajesh Shaulani. I think it was a very simplified version of what Shrimad was all about, and it gives a very good and simple version for anybody to understand. And frankly speaking, as for me, I did not know much about the life of Shrimad, and through this simple version, I came to know quite a lot about Shrimad and Jainism. And I think even the children will find it reasonably good understanding of it. Thank you.
I am Asim Gandhi, and I would like to say that this movie was really nice. It's really very inspiring, not only for older ones, younger ones, but for all generations, I would say. And I would request each and everyone to go and watch this movie at least for once. It's really amazing. I enjoyed it, and so will you.
In fact, I just watched Shrimad Rajchandra's biopic, and it was awesome, very well animated, very clear, a lot of knowledge, a lot of insights that we should all take back home. A must-watch movie. Please watch. Thank you.
જય પ્રભુ, હું યુક્તિ શાહ છું. મૂવી એટલું બધું ટચિંગ હતું કે એવું લાગતું હતું કે જાણે કૃપાળુદેવ સાક્ષાત અહીંયા હાજર છે. અને આઈ વોઝ લિટરલી ક્રાઇંગ ડ્યુરિંગ ધ મૂવી, અને ગૂઝબમ્સ પણ થતા હતા કે જાણે કૃપાળુદેવ અહીંયા અમારી સાથે હાજર જ છે. થેન્ક યુ સો મચ જેમણે પણ આ મૂવી બનાવ્યું છે, ભક્તિ ટ્રસ્ટને અને બધા બીજા બધા કાર્યકરોને થેન્ક યુ સો મચ કે આ મૂવી થકી જે અમને બધાને જે કહેવું હતું એ સંદેશો પૂરો અપાઈ ગયો. કૃપાળુદેવના લાઈફનું આટલી બધી બધાને ઘણા બધાએ કીધું કે આવી અમને ખબર જ નહોતી, એ લોકો એનાથી વાકેફ થયા. એના માટે થેન્ક યુ સો મચ.
Okay. My name is Haresh Vifadra. I've been following Shrimad Rajchandra since last about 15 years, since I came in contact with Pujya Gurudev Sri Rakesh Bhai. During the last COVID time,
Puja Gurudev Sri has taken 24 hours of lecture called Raj Katha. He depicted the entire life of Srimad Rajchandra from the birth to the death in 24 hours satsangs. And at that time I felt that Bapaji was telling, we call Gurudev Sri Bapaji. Bapaji was telling the story as if he was there during that time. And we could only visualize what he was saying. But today, I'm really touched that I could really see what was it happening in real true science. So it really gave me the wow of how the movie was made. Thanks to all the directors and producers. Very well done. Really proud of it.
Yeah. Hearty thanks to all the producers and directors. This is a wonderful, wonderful, heart-touching movie.
Hello, Jai Jinendra, Jai Shri Krishna. My name is Sonia. And yes, I've definitely heard of Srimad Rajchandra from Gurudev. But after watching this movie, there's so much more that I'm interested to know. I'm excited to read the Atma Siri. There is one thing I definitely want to do. And then to know what are the 6 tenets of the soul. And definitely know a bit more for my own spiritual growth. Thank you for sharing the movie.
I think it was something different, much more than what I had expected. It has enhanced my knowledge of Jainism as well as the history of Srimad Rajchandra, something that I heard a lot about but never really endeavored to get to know. I think this is a good beginning. A lot of thought-provoking matters were mentioned, and certainly something that I would look forward to getting more knowledge about, and maybe thereby helping myself in this journey through life. That's all.
સરસ લાગ્યું. જે લોકોએ મહેનત કરી છે એને ધન્યવાદ આપવાનો છે. અને આ પિક્ચરની જબરજસ્ત અસર સમાજ ઉપર અને લોકો ઉપર થશે એવી મારી ધારણા છે. હું બધા સમાજવાળાને અને કરતા હર્તાઓને રિક્વેસ્ટ કરું છું કે જેમ બને તેમ આ મૂવીનો પ્રચાર કરો અને દુનિયાને બતાવો કે શ્રીમદ રાજચંદ્રની જે કાંઈ શિખામણ છે એટલી તમને કેટલી જીવનમાં ઉપયોગી છે અને તમારું જીવન સુધરી જશે.
Hi, my name is Bharat Avlani. I studied in Rajkot and I've actually visited so many places that were mentioned in the film, like Saila, Botad, Morbi, Rajkot, where I studied. But I had no idea how significant these places were in Srimad's life. So when I go back to these places, it will be a very different experience. As to the film today, it was really, really overwhelming. Such high production values, and I think a lot of thought and love has been put into it. And to me, it's not so much about religion, it's about how you live your lives. And I think my biggest takeaway is, I think the true message is, it's not only good enough to be a good human being, but you got to be a good business being and compassion. And I think those were the 3 things, be a good human being, be a good business being, and have compassion for everyone, including vegetables.
Where are you from?
So, I'm speaking now from Kuala Lumpur, but as I mentioned earlier, I studied in Rajkot, and this film reminds me to restart my education, because education is all about how the community benefits from what you have been taught, and that's what the film